How do you deal with Puff walling Bear in the corner? So Puff is one of the few characters that even if you play it properly, sometimes you're just gonna have to wait out the fight. You're gonna have to wait it out, and you're gonna have to take the fight elsewhere. And that's just a matter of life. The one thing I will try to do more so than other foxes is I will try to read her drift and try to up air her out of it. But yeah, sometimes you just literally have to say, fuck it, I'm just gonna wait for the Puff to do something. And that's okay. Like, not everything has to be a fight. You think Fox is a good handle on the matchup? Yeah. Fox definitely shits on Puff. Like, anyone who says otherwise, unless it's like for like ease of execution reasons, has no idea what they're talking about, in my opinion. Like, Leffen, I think, even agrees, like, in theory, it is definitely Fox favored, but he thinks that the tournament aspect of it gives Puff an edge, which I'm not going to criticize. Full commit ledge camping with Puff is not good. The reason Puff's stalling game is so good is because she can take time in the middle of a set to kind of reset her brain, and if someone's getting antsy, they can make them come after her. That's in my opinion, why Puff's stalling is so broken. Like, she can literally just indefinitely halt the game. But, like, if someone's willing to, like, in theory, if someone's willing to wait it out, at least with Fox, Puff loses that situation. Mango's really good at waiting people. Mango is good at making you want to come in. And I don't think he does this intentionally, but he does have the added effect of, like, him being Mango, so you feel, like, bad for waiting him out, which is kind of frustrating.
Norwalk crew that does that.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
SoCal styles like that, yeah, it's not directly their fault, like, but at the end of the day, like, I shouldn't care about what the viewers think. It's like, it's not like feel bad for them, but it's like, oh man, like, this is SoCal, like, I know what everyone thinks of them, I need to approach them. Like, it's a very real thing. It happens a lot with Nun and Johnny too. I fucking knew you were gonna side me there. I don't know how that hit you. That was literally like the worst snare ever, and somehow I got away with it. Just can't jump because it's terrifying to get hit by.
Through.
I mean, yeah, I mean they do camp him for, like, there's a bunch of reasons they camp him. One of the reasons being Falcon is actually really hard to scramble with. I mean, there are a bunch of people who I don't camp who are really scared to get hit by. But that's because I trust that I can beat them in these situations. So I don't think that's, like, really a relevant factor when it comes to camping people. At least not at the top level. No, even if you watch a SmashCon set, like, so many of the openings were me just, like, running into him, like, crouching in the corner. And he just, like, ASCI down, fucking grabs me. Not saying, like, oh, like, he's super lame or something, but it's, like, they do have a way of, like, making you want to come in on them. And you feel almost... Again, your fault as a competitor, but you feel almost bad if you don't go in on them. That was so stupid.
It was. But I should not do that there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I don't fault them for it. It's just something that is, like, an effect that I just don't think that, like, I just tried not to think about, like, lame or cool anymore. Goddamn side B.
No. 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 You said side B, so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna side B this time.
It doesn't matter. Like, aggro, no aggro, it just doesn't matter anymore. I think it's just helpful to stop thinking about it entirely.
How do you play the game?
Mango approach the all-time effect, that's literally just incorrect. That is such an like, go watch my set with him at LCS and tell me that he approached me the entire time. Because if you can look at that set and say that, you were not watching the set. Like, every one of your favorite players is a motherfucking camper at some point. Every single one of them, regardless, even Nun. Even Mango. They all camp. And it's okay. No one approaches 100% of the time. It doesn't exist. And even if someone, like, who's to say that, like, baiting isn't, like, offensive if it's, like, in your face as opposed to, like, on a defensive level? Who's to say that that's not approaching? Like, what do you classify as approaching? Running in with an aerial? Like, I don't even think people realize, like, what they're talking about when they bring up these conversations. I'm having people talk to me about how Mango approaches all the time, and I'm just like, woo-wee!
About how Mango what?
Approaches all the time.
Dude, he literally doesn't.
No, of course not. But it's
he approaches basically about as much as Albert, which is like 3% of the time.
Yeah, and that's not, like, inherently a bad thing. That's something people need to get out of their heads. It's not a bad thing. I think that for the most part, the studying does get a lot more focused. Because, like, at a lower level, you're much more focused on, like, fundamentals and, like, basic matchup game plans. Although, even now, like, there have been times where I have to completely readjust my plans against someone. I do not buffer jump out of shield, no.
I don't think anybody actually does that.
No, nobody does.
It's like, awful.
Got to 100% does.
It's awful because... I'm just talking to the chat, but it's awful because, like, you think you get a frame perfect jump, but then you don't get your frame perfect anything else because you don't know which frame you're jumping on. It's better to just know which frame you're jumping on.
Stop rolling in.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry, sir.
I actually hate chain grabbing on FD significantly more than I hate being chain grabbed on FD.
Yeah, no, I barely want to do it, but at this point I just have to do it because I'm so tired of giving people free wins on the stage.
Yeah. No,
like, as a competitor, I just have to do it. And for the record, there's no, like, top 10 player that I don't, like, immensely respect, regardless of character. Even Wizzy, who I think is, like, super... I don't know what to say, I respect the fuck out of his, like, punish game.
I can't believe Wizzy almost won a summit, dude. Like, the most inconsistent player.
Because the thing is, he's literally
so fun
terrifying. If he's literally terrifying when he's on with his grab game. Like, it's
Yeah.
actually, like, 'cause even if it's like, oh, I have this really great game plan, it's like, if I get grabbed, I'm literally fucked.
It's just scary because of, like, perfect reactions.
Yeah, even in neutral, he's like really good reaction. Should do that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Was he inconsistent? Yeah, he's very inconsistent.
Wizzy's, like, probably the most inconsistent top 10 player. I don't know. I think, basically, Fox is, like, the character that's hardest to be lazy with at a high level.
Yeah, at like the top
Where, like,
level.
There's, like, not a lot of things where you can be, like, with Marth, you can kind of be like, I don't really feel like thinking right now, so I'll F smash or whatever, or up tilt, and then
I hate that.
I don't know. Like Fox just has really bad brainless options at high level.
I think a lot of these people do get conflated because it is really easy to be. Ooh, that's sick. It is really easy to be lazy with Fox at like the low end top 100 level.
Oh, it's like literally you don't even have to do anything.
Yeah, there
You have
it's
the
super
character.
easy to be lazy.
And then as soon as people can actually punish, then it's like literally you don't get anything for free
Yeah.
for the rest of your career.
So I think like someone like not shit on Logan's skill again, but no offense, like at his skill level, it actually is a lot more understandable to be annoyed
Dude,
about
I
it.
don't see what's wrong with being honest about people's skill levels.
Because people get mad about it. They're like,
Yeah,
People
well,
are
that's their fault. They're in a competitive community. Like, if there was a ranking of top 1,000 or whatever, you could talk about it. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
we all know their skill level is like a real thing.
Like, if your criticism of me is that I have like a flawed play style, or it's like I'm missing like a big part of the game, then I would agree with you. It's like, yeah, I would. Oh, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it happens all the time.
That was weird. Internet's still fine. Yeah, that was a weird spike. If that's your criticism of me, then go for it. I think I absolutely am missing big parts of the game. But if your criticism of me is that I'm lazy or I'm carried by an easy character, then I'm just gonna tell you you're an idiot.
Do you think Part 7 are missing big parts of the game? I mean, like, everybody's got stuff they need to work on.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's missing stuff, but the higher up you go, the less, like, people are missing, like, tiny parts of things rather than...